Hello and welcome to the Brasileirão 2021 magazine. Round 4 has come and gone and was full of surprises. Surprises at the top. Fortaleza draw with Atlético Goianiense but remain leaders. Surprises at the bottom. São Paulo failed to win again and a pointless Grêmio lost to Sport. No surprises there. In the Maracanã, Nene scored and Fluminense won, and the pressure is on Santos coach Fernando Diniz. Bittersweet surprises. Another loss for Corinthians in their own backyard, but rivals Palmeiras won the best goal of the round, and Atlético Mineiro beat Internacional to kickstart their challenge on the title. The Round 4 magazine starts now, so stay with us. São Paulo came up against Chapecoense in the Morumbi on Wednesday night. The Tricolor were having a rough start to the Brasileirão and were yet to win. The visitors, led by manager Jair Ventura, were also in the same boat. São Paulo started pressurising Chape from the beginning and came close to opening the score with 7 minutes on the clock, with this finish from Rojas. Soon after that, Tricolor new boy Regioni crossed perfectly to find Eder, who scored with a stunning header.
And Eder puts São Paulo Football Club in front. It took them just 12 minutes, and they have the lead.
São Paulo 1-0 up. The home team kept on creating good opportunities, especially with aerial balls. One of them found Luciano and demanded a great save from João Paulo. From a corner, Bruno Alves then hit the post. What seemed to be an easy game for the Tricolor turned on its head at the end of the first half. Rodrigo Nestor left his foot a little bit too high in a challenge with Leo Gomez and was sent off after a VAR revision. Moments later, Lima got the ball in the box, turned the defender and attacked, only to be denied by some brilliance from Thiago Volpi. Chapecoense took full advantage of the extra player and went on the attack. Caio Nunes received the ball inside the box and then struck the back of the net. Chape's equaliser with 20 minutes left on the clock. Both teams had opportunities to pick up the 3 points in the final moments of the game. Lima hit the post in a one-on-one situation with Thiago Volpi. Nunes got the rebound, but Wellington was on the line to deny Chape a winning goal. Gabriel Sara also hit the post after a cross in stoppage time. 1-1 the final score. A fair result on the night, but one neither team would have hoped for. Atlético Mineiro hadn't beaten Internacional since 2018, but travelled to the Beira-Rio in decent form. After grabbing their first win in the Brasileirão, the Colorado were looking for another victory to get away from the crisis that cost coach Miguel Angel Ramirez his job. Galo were coming off 2 wins and knew a good result would put them in the top positions of the table. Despite being a chilly 12 degrees C in Porto Alegre, Galo heated up the match in the very first minute. Holt received the ball in the middle and found Nathan, who was entering the box. He finished nicely to open up the score, and the players enjoyed an unusual celebration. Inter went on the attack looking for the equaliser. In their best chance of the first half, Patrick crossed for Thiago Gallardo, who made a nice back heel to Eddie Nilsson, but the ball went wide. After the interval, Tyson injured his thigh and had to be subbed. He received medical attention on the bench. On the 53rd minute mark came the home team's best chance. Ever tried to play back to Everson, but the ball only found Thiago Gallardo. The forward got into the box and tried to dribble past Everson, but Guilherme Arana stopped him. Gallardo annoyed with the missed chance. Then came another opportunity missed by Inter. Gallardo crossed to Mauricio, who tried a sliding finish, but the ball ended up going wide. Unbelievable. In a rare counter-attack, Atlético Mineiro almost scored another. Once again, Hulk took off and created the play. Alain received the ball and finished to produce a good save from Daniel. third win in a row that put Atlético Mineiro amongst the early front runners. Inter have yet to get going as they continue to search for a new coach. Corinthians and Red Bull Bragantino clashed swords in the Neoquímica Arena in São Paulo. Both teams came from a draw last round and needed a victory to move up the table. Corinthians entered the pitch with the same lineup from a derby against Palmeiras. Bragantino were without star player Claudinho, who was being rested. The away side took the offensive in the first 5 minutes and started to dominate the game. The first good chance came from Pedrinho with a shot from outside the box that forced Cássio to perform a difficult save. Even though the Massa Bruta had control of the game, it was Corinthians who opened the score. Gustavo Silva pulled back to Rony. The midfielder got it wrong the first time, but didn't waste a second chance and sent it to the back of the net. By the time the first half was over, Bragantino had the ball for longer, but were unable to create more opportunities. They came back from the changing room with the same energy. Pedrinho received a long pass and missed a good chance one-on-one with Cássio. After a corner kick, Adelan jumped higher than anyone else and headed into the back of the net. It was an equaliser that had been coming. The Musketeers were having a difficult night as the away side kept pushing on. This attack from Artur was then denied by Cássio. In Corinthians' only clear goal opportunity, Gabriel set up Gustavo Silva to shoot. Goalkeeper Clayton almost made a huge mistake, but the referee had already called offside. It was the end of the game when Corinthians' backline got it all wrong, and Eric Ramirez took full advantage to score the winning goal for Bragantino. João Victor couldn't clear and ended up losing the ball to Ramirez, who slotted it in between Cassio's legs. All over in the Neoquímica Arena. Bragantino managed to secure an excellent away result and moved to 8 points in the competition. Corinthians still haven't won at home as their shaky start continued. It was just 5 degrees in the city of Caxias do Sul, where Juventude and Palmeiras went head-to-head for the first time in 14 years. The home team were hoping to pick up their first win in the competition. Palmeiras wanted their second victory to calm the fans after a series of poor results. The São Paulo side had the first chance. Midfielder Rafael Veiga attempted a shot from outside the box, but the ball went wide. Despite the cold, the game was soon on fire, with Marcos Rocha from Palmeiras and Marcos Vinicius from Juventude getting into a heated argument. Palmeiras created a play on the left, and Veiga crossed to Davison. The returning striker adjusted the ball and finished, but was denied by the keeper. The visitors once again on the left. Hernan crossed, Davison deflected it, but missed the target. Palmeiras opened the score, but with a little help from Juve. Hernan challenged for the ball with Willie Mateus, but it was the left-back who put it into his own goal. A beautiful header, but in the wrong net. No chance at all for Marcelo Carne. Juventude answered right away with a corner kick from Chico. The midfielder produced a lovely pass to Elton, who was one-on-one with Jailson, but the keeper denied the equaliser in brilliant fashion. On yet another corner kick for Palmeiras, the defence cleared the danger, but Gustavo Scarpa got the rebound and sent it back into the box. This time he found Davison, who was in the middle alone in the penalty area. The striker doubled the score with a good header. Corner to Juve this time. Mateus Peixoto thought he put his side back in it, but the referee called a controversial foul on Jailson, and the Juve players were clearly not happy. Rafael Foster then got the best out of a free kick, forcing a great save from Jailson. A nice exchange of passes between Palmeiras' offensive line, and Gustavo Scarpa found Breno Lopez, who hit a terrific first-time shot straight into the top corner. A sensational goal from Lopez, who put the final nail in his former team's coffin. 3-0 the score, and an overwhelming victory for Palmeiras. Juve remain among the early strugglers. Ceará faced Bahia in the Arena Castelhão in one of the biggest regional rivalries in Brazil. Both teams entered the pitch eager for a win. Ceará counted on their Colombian Mendonça, leading the attack after the goalless draw with Chapecoense. The game got off to a lightning start, and with 15 minutes on the clock, Saulo beat defender Luis Artalia for speed and hit the ball perfectly past the keeper. Saulo celebrating a day after he turned 24. How's that for a birthday gift? After a cross into the area, referee Marcelo Guilherme Henrique was called in to check a possible penalty for Bahia. And that's what happened. The ref gave the pen after he spotted something involving Gabriel Dias and Luis Otavio. Gilberto converted as usual with a powerful shot that didn't give the keeper a chance. Gilberto unstoppable. Only 4 minutes later, the striker scored another one and became the undisputed top scorer of the competition. A quick play by Matheus Bahia delivering a low cross that Gilberto finished with a first-time shot. Bahia ahead. The second half was more of a cat-and-mouse affair as both teams dug in to try to get the result. But the final period was marked by a controversial call. Jorginho went down in the box. The referee initially gave a penalty, but after VAR he saw that Jorginho had dived and cancelled the pen. For a grand finale, Maicon Douglas delivered this brilliant nutmeg against Marlon after stealing the ball. Game over and no wins in 3 for Ceará. A good 3 points for Bahia, who are back in business. New boys, América Mineiro and Cuiabá were involved in an early 6-pointer at the wrong end of the table where both teams were in the relegation zone. The Rabbits were still without a win since promotion. That was also the case for Cuiabá in a tough game in Belo Horizonte. It took only a few minutes for America to show that they were going for the win. Adjemir took advantage of a loose ball in the box and had a go, but Paulo got in the way and saved it for Cuiabá. Adjemir appeared again and left Jorginho right in front of goal, but the number 8 shot wide and missed one of the best opportunities in the game. Still in the first half, Felipe Azevedo received a cross but got it all wrong and wasted another great chance. Back from the changing rooms, America threatened Cuiabá. William Correa hit it from outside the box and forced Yuri into a nice save. Ribamar was subbed in and missed 2 clear opportunities near the end. On the 88th minute, he received the ball inside the box, attempted a first-time shot but couldn't get it right and the effort went wide. In stoppage time, Ale found Ribamar clear in the box. America's forward got it right on the power, but lacked the angle. 0-0 is how it finished in the Arena Independencia between 2 of the newly promoted sides. At the iconic Maracanã, Fluminense received Santos on a cool night in Rio de Janeiro. Coach Jorge Machado put out a side with no surprises, with centre-back Manuel replacing Nino. Fernando Diniz, on the other hand, had all his new signings available for the first time. Thanks to the coaches and their offensive styles, the game was open and with several scoring chances. Fluminense started off better. After 8 minutes, Nene crossed from the left, Freddy sent it into the middle and Caio Paulista headed onto the crossbar. Almost the first goal in the Maracanã. Santos responded. Caio Jorge received the ball in the middle, turned and hit a bomb, forcing Marcus Felipe to make the first of many good saves. After a corner kick, Pará got the rebound and his stunning first-time shot produced another fantastic save from the Flu keeper. Brilliant from Pará, but what a stop from Felipe. In the final moments of the first half, Santos thought they should have had a penalty. Marcus Guilherme found Pará. The right back went down under a challenge in the area, but the referee waved away the appeal. After the interval, the home team went in front. Freggi received a cross from the left, won the header and sent the ball into the air. Felipe Jonathan failed to clear and Nene volleyed home. The 39-year-old scoring on his 100th appearance for Fluminense and made sure his coach got in on the celebrations. While there was joy on the Flu bench, Fernando Diniz was not best pleased, sensing things would not end well for Santos. The away side had one big chance to come. Camacho found Mourinho with a great pass in front of goal, but the striker couldn't beat Marcus Felipe, who was in top form. The win took Fluminense to 8 points. Santos went down to their second loss and remain on 4. In the Ilha do Retiro, Sport came up against Grêmio in a match where both clubs are desperate to recover from their bad starts in the championship. The team from the northeast came into the game with 1 draw and 2 losses. The boys from the south had no points going into round 4. But there were high expectations for the return of international star Douglas Costa. After 11 years away in Europe, the winger was once again wearing Grêmio's colours as he looked to restart his career with the Porto Alegre club. Grêmio were interested in 3 points and went on the attack. On 16 minutes, Heiner almost scored an own goal after a cross-in from Jonathan Harbachi. In the following move, Thiago Santos put the ball in the net, but the referee called it out for offside. But the Lions didn't back down. After pressing Grêmio at goal kicks and forcing a mistake by Paulo Victor, Paulinho Mocelin almost scored. With 34 minutes on the clock, Sander did put his side in front. A free kick deflected off Diego Souza and beat Paulo Victor. Sport 1-0 up. In the second half, Diego Souza tried to put his team back in it, but Mailson was having none of it. The much-awaited return happened on the 62nd minute mark when Douglas Costa came on to try to change the game around. And it didn't take too long for the winger's first opportunity. In a signature move, he dribbled left and finished, but missed the target. Then there was another chance for Douglas Costa. In stoppage time he received the ball from Rafinha and fired in a low shot, but Mailson made a top-notch save to guarantee the result for Sport. The Antonio Ascioli was the stage for the match between 2 undefeated teams, Atlético Goianiense and Fortaleza. The Dragons were hopeful of keeping their 100% run going. The Lions were looking to power their way to maximum points away from home. Atlético led the way with João Paulo. He put pressure on Fortaleza's defenders and forced a mistake. Janderson hit a first-time shot, but it went wide. Chinga then got busy for Fortaleza. He got on the end of Romarinho's cross after a short corner kick and fired it towards goal. Fernando Miguel pulled off a difficult save to keep the F out. Great stuff from Atletico's keeper. The game had few clear-cut chances, but the Dragons did come close. Nathaniel put it on his right, but the ball came off Marcelo Benevenuto and away to safety. With 68 minutes on the clock, Janderson stormed through to go one-on-one with the keeper, but Felipe Alves was determined to keep it out. 0-0 is how it ended. A disappointing match, but Fortaleza finished the round top of the table, and Atlético Goianiense remained unbeaten. Let's take a look at the top 3 goals of the round. In third place, a beautiful collective goal that put Atlético Mineiro in the top 4 in the table and makes them one of the contenders for the title. After a good start from Hulk, Natan entered the box one-on-one with keeper Daniel and sent it to the back of the net for the winner against Internacional. A superb finish in the Beira-Rio. In second place, we've gone for the birthday boy in the Ceará Bahia match. Forward, Saulo Mineiro dribbled past defender Luis Otávio with ease and started a brilliant move towards the goal before slotting past Mateus Teixeira. The brilliant goal wasn't enough to avoid the defeat, but it was enough to join our top 3 goals. Congrats Saulo, what a strike! But the number one pick in our top three came in Rio Grande do Sul. After a lovely exchange of passes, Breno Lopez hit an absolute beauty in the Alfredo Jaconi. The player back on his old stomping ground to punish his former club. It was certainly the pick of the strikes in the Palmeiras away win against Juventude. What a spectacular goal by Breno Lopez. Brilliant! There's no other word that could describe Thiago Volpe on Wednesday. The goalkeeper stretched to deny Chapecoense with his right hand and avoid a defeat for São Paulo at home. The shot from Lima was going straight into the top corner, but Volpe produced a sensational work of art. São Paulo had had one player sent off in the first half, so it was down to the keeper to perform. A beautiful stop, and that's why the best save of the round is yours, Thiago Volpe. A cinematographic dribble worthy of an Oscar. Maicon Douglas performed a stunning work of art. But wait a second, the name may sound a bit familiar, but we're not talking about the actor. This is Maicon Douglas from Bahia. The player left the bench to perform his move against Cearás Marlon. First, the number 37 stole the ball from the opponent, then pulled off his teasing nutmeg. Maicon Douglas, the best dribble of round 4 is yours. Let's take a look at the players and the coach who stood out in round 4. In goal, we've gone for Marcos Felipe from Fluminense. At right back, Adelan of Red Bull. Central defence, Sabino Sport Recife, Renan Palmeiras. At left back, Sander of Sport Recife. In midfield, Raul Red Bull, Gustavo Scarpa from Palmeiras, Nathan, Atlético Mineiro and Nene from Fluminense. Up front, Gilberto of Bahia and Davison of Palmeiras. Our man on the bench is Mauricio Barbieri from Red Bull Bragantino. And there he goes again. Once more, Gilberto's got our vote for the Best Player Award. The Bahia striker scored a brace in the win over Sierra in the Castelhão in Fortaleza. The first with a penalty, and the second from a team effort. The number 9 has now got 4 goals in the competition and is the top scorer of the Brasileirão. Well done, Gilberto, who certainly deserved the award for the best player of round 4. After 4 rounds, Fortaleza remain the surprise leaders with 10 points. They're followed behind Atlético Paranaense and Atlético Mineiro both on 9, Bragantino and Fluminense are on 8, Palmeiras, Bahia, Atlético Goianiense all on 7. The wrong end of the table is looking a bit grim for the new boys. Chapecoense, Juventude and America are all up from Serie B. Grêmio are rock bottom with 0 points. Lisca says goodbye. Lisca is no longer América Mineiro's manager after he left the club following 3 losses in 3 games in the Brasileirão. Lisca was on America's bench since January 2020 and had the longest lifespan in the top flight with 40 wins, 27 draws and 57 losses. New face at Santos. Defensive midfielder Camacho was announced by Santos this week. The 31-year-old was playing at rivals Corinthians but was requested by manager Fernando Diniz. The pair worked together at Audax when they were runners-up in the Campeonato Paulista in 2016. Camacho ended his contract at the Musketeers and penned one with Santos until the end of 2022. A new rising star at Fluminense have yet another promising young player joining the senior team. 17-year-old forward Samuka signed his first professional contract with the club until the end of 2024. He has a standard €50 million buyout clause. Samuka is the team's top scorer in the Campeonato Brasileiro under 17 with 5 goals in 6 matches. Round 5 of the Brasileirão starts with Flamengo facing Red Bull Bragantino. The only game on Saturday promises to be one of the most exciting battles of the weekend. On Sunday, Palmeiras go head-to-head with América Mineiro. Later on, Internacional clash swords with Ceará. Also, there's Bahia against Corinthians, and Cuiabá come up against Grêmio. Early Sunday evening, we have the explosive derby between Brita rivals Santos and São Paulo. There's also matches between Fortaleza and Fluminense, and Atlético Paranaense against Atlético Goianiense. The last game of the day is between Juventude and Sport Recife, seeking better days in the championship. The round closes on Monday with Atlético Mineiro against Chapecoense. Well, that's it for this week. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of the toughest, most exciting league in the Americas, and we'll be back next week with more action from the Brasileirão.